Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As you can see though, by the new wall behind me that's not the living room anymore of the house I am now living in, I have finally set up for now what is the game room, and I will add to this over time, of course. That is obviously besides the point though of today's video, as we are going to continue talking about the terrible update that has been given to us by XDefiant. It's getting worse. It's tearing the community apart. Not by a large margin. It's definitely causing people to pick sides in this scenario, but it's making people pick sides, and that's the point. Like, that is the problem it has somehow created. XDefiant's tweet today at 12 p.m. just simply talking about Echelon and giving the characters a little bit of background, just, you know, just to give out some lore. And like the first thing that I've obviously commented is revert camo levels, 23 weapons, which I'm actually wrong. It's 24 because of the MDR. And max level 100, that's 24 levels in total you have to get just to get the mastery. Put it to 200, that's 4,800 levels in total. That doesn't make sense to me. That logically makes zero sense. That just doesn't. And there's some people that obviously just don't really care, but as you scroll down, more and more comments are flooding through saying, hey, revert the camos. Yeah, nice random useless backgrounds. Revert gun level 200 now. It's got 29 likes as well. Revert weapon mastery back. Nobody grinding the 200. Revert the weapon level update. Revert back to 100 gold. Revert XP change, guys. Add a faction called revert the last update. That's a good one. Revert camo level requirements. Revert XP changes. Weapon levels. Increase the level of mastery skins now. And just, it's just so on and so forth. And you go to any recent tweet, you're going to find something about the levels needing to be changed. I, once again, commented on this one. Revert the weapon leveling. This ain't it, chief. As you scroll down, you are going to see people talking about the levels needing to be changed. 9 straight comments about the weapon leveling needing to be fixed in so much shape or form. Someone saying they uninstalled the game because of their recent weapon patch and he won't return until it's fixed. I mean, it's semi-understandable, especially with how close a lot of people were. Don't be stubborn. Revert the weapon. Change fast. By the looks of these comments about revert weapons, I think you should listen to the community. Someone even getting like decent feedback. Maybe weapon mastery should be 50, 100, 150. And that one, honestly, that's still a grind. Like level 150 is still a grind. 24 weapons, 2,400 levels. That's more than enough of a grind. It just is, dude. One of my highest weapons, the MP7, level 92. I have silver, like they said in the update. We're gonna let you keep the camos you unlock. Now I have to do 108 levels of my MP7. Let's say I get around 2 weapon levels a game. That is minimum 54 games I have to play through just to go from this to this. I'm sorry, but for the average person that does not have the ability to get 2 levels a game, it is going to take them a freaking millennia. It's gonna take them forever. And I see the comments saying like, hey, this is good for the health of the game over time. It's not. That's not good. The game has been doing pretty good in my opinion for the first couple of weeks and close to a full month now the game has been out. You have ruined all of that traction you've had. I'm sorry, but I genuinely think a lot of the traction you have on this first like close to full month, you have ruined it. You have destroyed it. You have upset a majority of the community, and the majority is saying please revert. This makes no sense. And you can revert it back to level 100, but just keep levels 51 to 100 difficult. You can either add the old XP grind to it where it was the old leveling, or even adjust it over time, and like as you scale up from 51 to 100, each 10 levels just gets a little more sluggish over time. That way there's still a grind. You're still grinding. 24 weapons, 2,400 levels in total you have to get the mastery camo, and you're telling me that's not a grind? Like, some people are, oh, dude, I saw some comments saying that you don't deserve it if you don't grind for it, and I can agree with that. Yeah, sure, we shouldn't just hand out gold camos for free. We weren't doing that with the first update. We weren't doing that with the first mastery version of this game. We weren't doing that. We have to remember about the average player here. You have to remember the average player is probably not gonna drop 40 plus kills a game. Let's think about that for 1 second. Like, they just simply aren't, and you can't tell me otherwise. I think in what, the lifespan of Call of Duty, it was like average for them to be a negative KD or just the lifespan of a majority of the game. I mean, like, wasn't that just a normal thing for your KD to be right below a 1.0, which 1.0 is barely positive as is. But we know the average player is not going to be that good at the game in the first place and not drop 40, 50 kills. They're just not. We know that. Like, Mark knows that. Mark has worked on Call of Duties, the OG Call of Duties forever. He has the data. He sees what's going on in the community. He sees the community isn't happy about this update. The small group that is like, oh yeah, this is actually good for the game. I don't agree with that. And I say that because you can add more weapon levels over time, like level 150, level 200. You can add those levels when new mastery camos come out. Just for the simple bronze, silver, and gold being 100, 150, and 200. Dude, just tug my nuts until they freaking rupture. That is so just dumb. That's a terrible game design. And it was fine. Like, no one asked for the weapon levels to be changed other than getting attachments. The only thing people wanted was attachments to be just a little faster. And right now alone, you only kills and assists matter to getting XP to your weapon. So you're actually discouraging people from playing the objective and being more kill whorish and to solely go for kills and ignore the objective entirely because there's so many levels now for everything. Like, you've ruined the idea of people playing the objective. People are going for the mastery camo are only gonna want to play for kills. They're not gonna want to play objective. They're gonna make the game feel terrible for other people playing the game. What is that guy doing? Why is he in a corner? So you've had all like the grinders and stuff like that. You're gonna have them focus even more on not playing the objective and solely going for kills. You're just going to ruin the gameplay. You're going to make everyone want to just play brain dead and not remember that, oh, we're playing an objective. And then team deathmatch, I know that's getting added tomorrow, I'm pretty sure. Like, yeah, cool. It really depends on like what the level max is for it. If it's like 75 kills, then one person dropping like 25 kills a game, that's gonna get them maybe a level a game. And TDM matches are probably going to end super fast, so you're not going to have time to like slay out and get a ton of kills. I'm sorry, I'm just speaking my mind. And I feel like a majority of people who can understand what's wrong with this update will probably agree with me. The idea that this is for the health of the game for overtime, that is terrible. That sounds like a horrible reasoning, that it's gonna help the health of the game over time. You're ruining the health right now of the game. You're making people want to leave right now. What is gonna make people come back? You reverting the camo challenges? What if you revert it like a month or two plus later? Then all those players that you lost, it's gone. It's too late for them to come back because they were like, oh, I remember what they did. I'm not gonna go and grind all of these camo levels and come back just because they fixed them like a month or two later. If they're gonna fix them, I think they're gonna fix them tomorrow. With the update coming out with team deathmatch and stuff, I do think they're gonna fix it probably tomorrow. I'm hoping they do. I am praying they do, because oh my gosh, this was a terrible idea. This is literally just a rant video. Like, this is me literally just solely ranting that this idea was absolutely horrible. And it was their own volition. Like, it was solely on their own decisions that they changed the mastery level cap. No one asked them, hey, can we make it harder? Can we just make it so much harder than it already is? I want to have so much brain rot and decay that I can't even remember what I ate 1 hour ago before I got on the game, before I booted the game up. Like, yeah, let's make it just a million times more just brain decayingly fun and more of a grind. No one asked for that. Casuals were complaining about having problems getting weapon attachments. So what did you do? You made it easier for weapon attachments to be acquired, but then you made it horribly worse for the mastery levels. No one asked for that. That was your own decision. And personally, you want my feedback? That was a dumb decision. So 2,400 levels wasn't a grind enough. So we doubled it. Make it make sense, Mark. I'm sorry, but like, that's dumb, bro. Especially because you ruined everyone's progress. You ruined the fun of it. Like, all of that progression and grind that everyone did, you've just thrown out the window. You just said, screw it. We don't care that you grinded this game for X amount of hours and whatever level you got and how close you were to gold. We're going to screw you over and make it so much worse for you, and you're not gonna want to play anymore. I'm gonna lost for words, dude. I really am. This isn't gonna build player retention. I don't know if that was the goal with this, but it's not building player retention. Dude, it's destroying the community. You're literally making them go against each other, it feels like, at this point. I hope they got their data. I know they're always talking about saying, we need data, we need the data. The more data we get over time with, like, the net code and then the average player level and stuff like that, like, oh, yeah, we, like, you know, the more data we get, the more it is, the better off we can make this game. I hope you got every inch of data you need. I hope you got every single tiny little speck speck of data you needed to understand this was, in fact, a dumb decision. Several players expressed that they were at level 95 of 100 to get gold. You then max the level requirement to 200. You gave them a little bit of XP, don't get me wrong. You gave them the tiniest little nut hair of XP, and you told them to pretty much just deal with it. So they went from level 95, 5 levels off max. They got like maybe what, 5 levels, 10 levels. So then they were still pretty much 100 levels away from gold now when they were 5. Please listen to that and tell me if that makes any logical sense, and tell me if you'd be pissed off or not. Because I know I'd be pissed. I'm pissed still. This is dumb. I really hope they revert it tomorrow. I'm praying they do. This is a terrible... Dude, oh my gosh. I was really hoping today, because it's my birthday today, I was hoping I just got the greatest birthday gift ever, other than my life, of course. You know, that's the greatest one of all time. I wish I could have got a second one, because holy crap. This is horrible. I pray it gets fixed. I don't know if it's going to, though. If it doesn't, I'm gonna be really upset because I do love this game. I'm not going back to Apex. I can't do that. I just can't. I don't love that game anymore. I can't do it. But if it stays like this, oh my gosh, bro. Look at this pistol. 200 levels on a pistol? Yeah, you can suck my nuts, XDefiant.